Well, hello there, and welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I literally just popped out from one video to another. If you're new here, a weekly roundup, which I'm going to change the name to Weekly Roundup Makeup Drawer, I think, is a video where I talk about all the makeup that I use throughout the week, which ends up in a drawer after I used it. So, starting off, I'll pull out. I don't think I've used. We'll do what's in the drawer first, and then today's makeup is still in the bag because I have to put that all in the description. Two foundations that I've used the most for the past 7 days are these two. Normally I use several more, but these are what I gravitate towards this week. The Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. I need my glasses so I can actually read. Here we go. Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. I like this so much that I have a second bottle coming from Ipsy because it's way cheaper to do it as an add-on in Ipsy than it is for me to order it here in Canada. So, I don't know. I feel like it's either these two that remind me of each other or this one reminds me of the Hourglass one. But the Maybelline Lumi Matte, also, when this is gone, I'll order it. Not order it, I'll buy it. These are, I have a lot of favorite foundations. These two are included in there. I recommend both. This one's way more affordable. And I do think, I'm pretty sure it's these two that remind me of each other, and that's why I feel like I gravitate towards them the most. But, yeah. I like them a lot. For mascara, we have Revlon Color Stay Full On. I already have a backup of this one. It's a basic mascara. The wand kind of reminds me of the Tower 28, the Benefit Roller Lash. It reminds me of the Sephora Lash Lift, or Love the Lift. Like, they're all those thin, kind of curved wands. Anyways, between these two, if I'm picking one, it'll be the Revlon one. This one's nice. It's also affordable. It's also good. But I prefer the Revlon one. So I already have a backup of the Revlon one. It was on sale, which is the only reason why I have a backup. The Sephora Big by Definition. It's a nice mascara. I won't repurchase this one. I'm not a fan. The wand isn't my favorite. Nice formula. Nothing. It's not like a bad mascara, but I have favorites. The Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. This is my second one. I've had minis. And I kept saying, like, I feel like the mini is different than the full size. But every time I use this, I go back and forth, like, I don't like it. I like it. We'll see. But I really liked how it looked yesterday on my lashes. We have the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Oil. Don't waste your money on them. Do they smell delicious? Sure. They don't last. Yum. They smell so good, like baked goods. I'm going to use them up. But when I was at work, I felt like every 2 minutes I was putting it on, putting it on. They're not really, there's no real color to them. It kind of just looks like this, honestly. It's mostly for if they smell good. They actually do taste good. But it's a lip oil. Some lip oils actually do linger. Those ones don't whatsoever. Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. This one's in cherry. I will repurchase this. This is one of my favorite lip oils. Mind you, I have other favorites now too. But this is still up there. This lasts longer. And I like how this looks on the lips. Looks very nice. We have the ABH Contour Stick. This is nice. I'm not going to repurchase this one. I find it to be a drier formula. Thicker and drier. Still nice, but now that I've like ventured out and tried other ones, I won't repurchase that one. But I will purchase the new one they came out with because I'm curious to see how that one is. the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Contour. This one's in Defined. This one's already flattened out. If I didn't have access to Sephora, I would repurchase this. It's a little bit thinner than the ABH one, but not by much. The color-wise, perfect. It does blend great and stuff. I don't have anything really negative to say about it. Not even the ABH one. It's just there's other formulas that I like better. They're good products. Like, for instance, these e.l.f. liquid ones. I prefer these more. I have Fair Light. I use them for contouring and bronzing. I do have backups of these in case they disappear. But the bronzer and contour, I do really like those. This is a Paranova. It's a contour on one side, bronzer on the other. I got this from an Ipsy box. I'll use it up, and then that's that. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm not gonna, it's not blowing my socks off. I'm not wearing socks anyways. We have e.l.f. the Luminous Putty Blush. This one's in Maui. Very nice. They should come out with more shades. I feel like we only have like 2 shades in these pods, at least where I live. But if I'm going to be choosing between the pods like these and their liquid blushes, liquid blushes all the way. This one here actually is called Cheeky Lychee. I have several of the e.l.f. liquid blushes, which I will repurchase them as I use them up. I know I use lip. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Huh. Am I missing lip products? Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Hope. I have a couple of these. I will repurchase. I like the tinted lip oils. They're thin. They don't dry my lips out. And I like how they wear off and then there's still color on my lips. So definitely would repurchase. Not everyone likes them though, because some of them people do find them drying. I don't find them drying on me. We have RMS Redimension Hydra Blush. This one's in French Rosé. I will repurchase this when it's gone. I love it. It's like a nice glowy buildable blush. Super pretty. NARS, this one's it's a matte blush in the shade Impassioned. I will repurchase this when it's gone, unless I find something I like better. But until then, I'm really liking the NARS blushes. I like them more than the MAC. Tower 28 Beach Please. This one's in the shade Office Hours. Oh, come back here, please. I only have 2 shades of these, and the 2 shades I have, I would repurchase. Because they're perfect, like, everyday, neutral, nudie shades. And they're affordable. So, I think Tower 28's pretty affordable. I like their blushes. House Labs, this one's in French Rosettes. Yeah. So far, so good. I feel like I haven't used them enough. I only have 2 shades of the blush. I have several of their highlighters. I love those. I would repurchase all those. So far, so good with the blushes. I can't speak enough to say if I would repurchase those yet, though, because I haven't used them enough. The Makeup Forever Artist Highlighter. This one's in Cheerful Beige. It's a matte highlighter. And yes, I would repurchase. I like using it to blend out my eyeshadow. Morphe Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil. This one's in Dawn. I think I will repurchase this if they still have it when I'm done. I do like this one. Patrick Ta, She's Seductive. As long as they're kicking around and I use it up, I would definitely rebuy this shade. I wouldn't repurchase every shade I have because I feel like there are certain ones that I do gravitate towards more than others. I'll use them all up. But this is one of the ones that I would definitely repurchase because it's a good everyday. I could do whatever I want on my eyes and throw that on. It would work. It would work. Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I'd like to repurchase the bronzer. I'm starting to like the highlighter, so now I'm thinking maybe I would just repurchase this. We will see though. I want to see how far I go with it. I did hear that the bronzer that you buy solo is not the same as this one, so we'll have to see. It's a nice product though. It's very light. It's possible I needed a darker shade. Who knows? Cover FX. This is the monochromatic duo bronzer. One side's matte, one side is like glowy. I've used it a couple of times so far. It's nice. I don't think I'll repurchase this. I'll use this one up and call it a day. We have Not Too Much from Patrick Ta. This is the other one I would repurchase. Should I show you guys these side by side? One's She's Seductive, which is like a taupey, rosy color. And then we have Not Too Much. I almost feel like these two would go together and those two would go together. But either way, these are two that I would 100% repurchase. I like them both. They're just great. Do you need all these? No, you don't. But no regrets. I like them. Oh, did I spill something? Oh, that's that Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. So that's like the downside to this. This does leak and does get messy because the stuff ends up on the outside of here. So I tend to not keep it in a drawer. I tend to keep it up there. ColourPop Nude Mood. Highly recommend, especially if you're a neutral person and you don't want a whole lot of eyeshadow palettes. This one's good. You get a couple of shimmers and mattes. Would repurchase. This is a palette. I know it's a limited edition, but this is one that I think I actually would repurchase it if I used the thing up. If I use this up, I would repurchase it. It's the Love Language palette from Morgan. I really like this one. I like the tones. It's a really, really pretty palette. And I'm yet to do a look that I don't like. The only shade in here that I would change out, personally, is this one. Otherwise, it's perfect. Zero complaints about that palette. That's one of the best Odin's Eye palettes I think I own. Like, it's probably, right now, it's my favorite Odin's Eye palette. Another palette that's making its way up there, I know I've only used it a handful of times. I probably used it maybe 5 times so far now. It's the Coastal Beauty Neutrals palette. This is such a nice palette. So it's such a good palette. It's like earthy neutral. And the formula of their shimmers are they're like so creamy. There's no fallout from them. They're more like metallic, I guess I would say. Some of them are like a duochrome, like this one. Doesn't look like it, but it goes from green to red. This one's like gold to like it's red, green. This one's kind of shifty. It looks like blue 1 minute, but then it looks like another color the other. Like, it's such a pretty palette. I almost used this again today because I was kind of thinking I want to do something like in here, maybe, or even here. This is another one I've said before with repurchasing palettes. There's many that I won't repurchase. I'll use them because I really like them. But there's always palettes coming out constantly. But there are specific palettes that I could see me, if I use it up, I would repurchase it. Right now, I think I can say that I would repurchase this one. Like, these are two. Definitely would repurchase. Nude Mood, I would because it's a great palette. Do I think I would have to repurchase that one? No, because I have those colors in so many other palettes. But ColourPop 9-pan palettes are my favorite palettes from them because I feel like they have the best formula. So yeah, that is what's in the drawer. And then this isn't in the drawer yet because I haven't put it in the drawer, but this is what's on my face today. The Turtur. I've used this one, I think, all this week. And I'm still undecided if I think it's doing anything. I paid $20 for it at a Korean, there's a new Korean shop that opened up at one of our malls. And I was like, ooh, let's try that out. It says that it's long-lasting blurring effect, moist finish. I don't know that this does anything blurring. I feel like all my setting, like my makeup generally speaking, does not budge whether I put setting spray on or not. My makeup tends to stay in place. So I don't know if this is like worth me spending $20 on. I mean, it's cheaper than the LYS one that I have. I don't know. Time will tell once it's gone and if I'm like, ugh. I mean, I really like the red bottle. But that's not enough to repurchase it. I feel like I'm getting tired of talking. Rimmel Kind and Free, we all know. Yes, this will continue to get repurchased as long as I have access to it. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is one that I hyped up for the longest time. I still really like it. But like I said, I went from a skin tint kind of girl to now wearing foundation. So I have several foundations, a lot of them that I really, really like. I still really, really like this one, and I would repurchase it. But I have other ones that are higher up on my like list now. Still a very, really, really good one. If I wasn't trying out other foundations and stuff, I'd be like, yes, go repurchase. I probably will end up repurchasing it, but not right away. But that's what I'm wearing today. Say, this is what I'm wearing right now too. But I'm talking, it's disappearing. This one's almost gone. Like, I'm trying to get it used out so I can throw it in my empties basket. I will repurchase this, probably in a different color. I didn't think that I liked this, but I think I do, because otherwise it would not be on its last leg. It's not, I feel something. It isn't a thick formula, but it's not too thin either. Like, I don't know. I like it. And the color I have is Dip. The makeup on my face today will be in the description box of the video that goes up before this one, which will be a get ready with me. Benefit Roller Lash. I'm not going to repurchase this one. I'll use it up. Like I said, it kind of has like a one that's similar. It's like thin and slightly curved like the Revlon one. So I don't need to spend the money on that one. House Labs. This one's in Hibiscus Haze. I remember waiting forever to get my hands on this one too. Finally did. That's what I have on over another blush. And again, I haven't used it enough to be like, oh, I love those. But we will see. Milani Gilded Mini. It's an all matte. Holy crap. I think this is great to have. Will I repurchase it? Hard to say. I'd have to be like out of all any palettes that I have that are all matte. I'd have to be out of them because I feel like the way that I do my eyeshadow, if there's mattes that I want, I'll just go grab another palette and use the mattes that are in it. Someone asked yesterday, oh darn, the name's there, but it's over my head. How many palettes do I have? I don't know at this point. I thought I knew, but I don't know how many I have. Do I want to know the number? Probably not. And how many times have I used each palette? I can't tell you how many times I've used each palette because there's times where I use palettes solo, like on their own. There's other times where I take palettes, like I'll take 2 or 3 palettes and use them together. So I can't say like how many times I've used each palette. I have no idea. But would I repurchase this one? Probably not. I think, well, because it is very pigmented. Because I used it today. I'm gonna say maybe. Because this was a lot more pigmented than I thought it was. I've used it before, but I kind of forgot how that it was as pigmented as it is. Like this shade here is what's on my lower lash line, and I didn't think that was going to show up at all, and it does. So that's a maybe, because it's pigmented and I had no problems blending it out. Bless you. The Sephora contour stick. I will repurchase this right away. Probably not. There's some other things I want to get some things used up and then go from there before buying. Like, I don't want to go repurchase things when I have other similar things to use up. Like, this will probably be gone before this one, but I want to use this one up too, right? Same with the CoverGirl one. So, Rare Beauty liquid blush. This one's in the shade Grace. I keep going back and forth. I have I have two full sides and a mini, and I keep going back and forth if I'd rebuy them. I say no, I say yes. I really like the two colors. This one here, Grace, and then I think the other one's Encourage. If I were to rebuy them, it would literally just be these two colors. I think it's called Encourage. Yeah. If I were to, just these ones, because there's so much product in them, they last forever. But I have to look at the e.l.f. ones. If you can get those two like very, very similar shades with e.l.f., then I would just go with the e.l.f. Just to save some money because they're expensive. Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt. Are we done yet, guys? This is my second one. And I feel like I'm having a bit of a harder time now getting what's on the edges there. I will repurchase this, but again, not a right away. There is another product that Makeup by Mario has that's similar to this, but it looks like it's gradient. I want to get that one and try that one out before repurchasing this. But again, I also have the Say Sun Melt that I want to use that up because it's very similar. It's not as thin of a formula as this one, the Say Sun Melt, but it's not far off from being as thin, and it blends nicely and stuff. You get way more product, and I think they're very close in price. So, will I rebuy this one? I mean, I've already bought this one, so it's my second one. It's to be decided, because if I can save money and get more product, I might just stick with the Say one and then say goodbye to this one. Again, we'll see. If I end up missing this, I'll rebuy it, but I'm trying to find some... I'm trying to look like at the cost of some things and like what would make sense. Because I do like the Say one as well. And it's like, I go through this one pretty fast. So it's like, do I want to go buy a third one, or would I just do I want to stick to the Say one? But that being said, Makeup by Mario has another product that's similar to this Makeup by Mario one. Like I said, it looks gradient. I want to try it. But I think I might the Say one might replace that one. REM, I stayed up way too late last night. REM Beauty bronzer. I do like this one. I'm wearing it today. I could see me repurchasing it. I feel like I go back and forth on that, but I do like it. Rimmel Brow Pro Micro Soft Brown. I have a couple of backups. That's one of my favorites right now. The NARS, the Multiple is what it's called, in Copacabana. I don't know the price of this. I got it in, I think last month or the month before. There was like, Ipsy did it's called the NARS Edit. It was like a bunch of NARS products for like $40 in a bag. So I bought it. This was in there. And I don't know what the full price of this is. There's a lot of product. I just take a brush and I go over the high points of my cheeks before I put powder bronzer on. I really like it. I could see me buying this, but I'd have to see what it is full price. And then also today I used DG Signature Chromebook Volume 2, and in here I used the shade Superior, this one right here. So it shifts. I bought this not for the mattes down here, although I did use a little bit of this too. But I bought this for all the shimmers because, like I said, you can do a look, throw a matte on, don't even throw any eyeshadow on. You can just take one of these, which I think I did a couple of days ago. I took one of these shimmers and I just put it on my lid and mascara and I was done. It's, I'm not going to repurchase this because I got charged duties and taxes and stuff. But I have no regrets because it's so pretty. I really like it. And yeah, that is it for this week's weekly roundup. Like I said, I think I'm going to change the name to Weekly Roundup Makeup Drawer so that people have a better idea of what it is, like the video is. Because again, weekly roundup, that could mean like a weekly roundup of all the food I ate or weekly roundup of my favorite things I did this week. So I think I may change the title up a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and put all this away where it belongs. And you guys will probably see me back here tomorrow for another Get Ready With Me. What will I use? I don't know. This is probably one of my favorite looks this week. It's hard to say. I liked a lot of the looks I did this week. Picking out eyeshadow palettes to use. Sometimes I want to use one palette and one palette only. Other times I want to use different ones. I like eyeshadow. And I really like today's look. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's continue to grow this channel. And I thank you guys for watching. Anyways, have a good weekend.